Welcome to the Savage Productions YouTube channel.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Savage Productions YouTube channel. Today we're going to be starting on a new project. It's a pretty big build that we're doing. It's going to be in multiple phases. This is going to be one of the first phases that we do. So this is the car right here. So this car belongs to our work neighbors. They actually work right next to us here. It's Justin and Rebecca, and this car is their pride and joy. They bought this thing, I'd say, sometime in the middle of last year. And, you know, been taking to car shows, getting into all that business, cruising around, doing a little bit of street pools and all that kind of stuff. They don't really do a whole lot of drag racing just yet. We're hoping that we can get them into that too, because they're fun to be around.
They definitely like to race, though.
Yeah, I know they definitely like to race, but they haven't really taken it down the drag strip just yet. And as many of you know, that's a completely different experience. This car has a stock motor, has a few bolt-ons, but has a P1 Pro charger on it. Probably puts down right around maybe 500 wheels, something like that. Nothing too crazy. It's actually probably detuned a little bit now, maybe somewhere around like 450, just because the fuel system on it wasn't actually that capable. And he did take it to Lee Blankenship to get tuned. Couldn't finish the tune because the fuel system on it couldn't support the power that Lee was wanting to put to it. They pretty much have decided that they're going to be doing a bigger build on it. 4.6 liter modular boss block. The machine shop has that block right now, so they're going to be building it. So the first stage, we're going to go ahead and get the fuel system installed for this car for the big build that we're doing. That way he could actually go ahead and get it tuned. He said he wants to go ahead and get it tuned on this build so he can make as much power that he can on this build. Still conservative for the stock block, just because you can't make all that much. But we're going to put a Fore Innovations fuel system on it, and I'll actually show you guys that here in just a sec. We just unboxed it in another video that we recorded. If you haven't seen that, click right there. But we're going to be putting the fuel system on there first. He's going to get it tuned again, and then we're going to be swapping out the this 4.6 liter for the built 4.6, swapping it out, and probably running the same Pro Charger for a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and put either a big single turbo kit on it or a twin turbo kit. Haven't really decided, but either way, the goal that they're shooting for is about 1,000 horsepower. That's going to be on E85, and he wants to run full exhaust, but we're thinking he's going to have cutouts of some sort to make the 1,000 horsepower. That's just the nature of it. So, but we're going to be in charge of that whole build. It's going to be a really nice build. This car is immaculate. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you around it because I don't think I've actually showed it on the channel before. So the car is really nice. It's the paint and everything's in really good shape. It's got these white racing stripes on it. It's got a really nice hood on it. Some hood pins.
So yeah, it's a little bit dirty right now because we're in the process of doing a fuel system on it.
Yeah, it does have an engine cover that goes on it that's actually painted up. It's actually sitting on top of my car over there. Yeah. But we did some nice engine touch-up stuff for it. We got some of the fuel system stuff loose here because we're going to be pretty much replacing all of it. A lot of what you see, the car came like this. Justin and Rebecca, they like their chrome, but they also like the power. So I'd say a lot of this stuff they probably wouldn't have done themselves if they built the car. I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's got red seats in here, and it actually has TVs in the back of the headrest.
Yeah, it's got a nice sound system in it.
Oh yeah, it's got the... Yeah, we don't have the trunk pop, but it has a nice sound system. It has some gauges that we put in for them. I mean, the interior is really nice.
Yeah, it's got a pretty nice system in it. I mean, you can look up under there and see all the equipment it has.
Oh yeah. Here's the cover that goes on the car. A lot of it's not so much like my style, and I'd say some of it's not even their style, but that's just how it came.
Yeah, we're going to actually be doing an aftermarket intake on it once we do the turbo build.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, the other engines, you know, it's a badass motor, so it's going to have, you know, it's it's 3-valve heads, but they're going to be stage 2. We're going to send them off and have them CNC ported, bigger valves. It's going to have, you know, bar cams.
Cool.
And it's going to have aftermarket valve covers, aftermarket intake. I mean, it's going to be a whole nother car. This looks really nice under the hood. So.
Yeah. And he will be selling that whole Pro Charger and that whole engine, really. How many miles do you think that thing has on it?
It's got 19,000. It's like right around 19.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, let us know.
Yeah,
and we'll connect you.
He might do the whole engine with the supercharger and everything together.
Yeah.
It's got long tube headers. It's nice, you know. Or, you know, he may split it up and sell just a motor and just a supercharger. It's a stage 2 kit too.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're interested, just let us know, and we can connect you to the proper party. But anyway, here's the stock hat, and here's the Fore Innovations hat. We're going to go with another kit, and we got the hat in. First of all, this wasn't in the right location, and also that wasn't even on there. So it was actually kind of a completely different hat. So it really wasn't going to work. We sent that whole kit back, and we ended up getting a Fore Innovations kit, and now we're actually a dealer for them. So probably looking forward to getting a Fore Innovations kit installed on Dad's car here soon, which if you don't know, he has a 2012 Mustang GT, stock bottom end, stock everything, minus a D1 Pro Charger, running on 93 right now with some butane and Snow Performance methanol injection. We plan on getting that thing running pretty good here soon. Going to need a fuel system to really upgrade it, and probably start building the bottom end as well. So the rest of the kit is here. Like I said, if you wanted to see us opening up all this kit and some of the other stuff that we were working on yesterday, click the link on the card. You can just click that little icon right there. It'll drop down and have a link to that video. Some of the other stuff that's going with this car, this is my stuff. This is going on the truck that we have outside. It's going to be this is actually a really nice carburetor. That's the breather for it. Doing an intake and a top end kit. So that truck's actually going to be running really well. It's like an old 78. All right, ready to get this thing in?
I hope so.
Yeah, we did have to clock the fittings on the top just so they angled the correct way.
Yep.
But no big deal.
And it's a little tight going in, so we have to try to get this in. Actually, before I do that, let me see if I can get this cross tube up. There we go. And then the cross tube is going to go in. Pop on like that.
It's a reassuring click.
There it goes.
Cool.
And then these tabs line up with the factory tabs. There it is.
Oh, yeah, that was a thud.
Yeah, once you get those tabs lined up, it's in there. Of course, you got to make sure that your big O-ring is on the tank, which it was.
Yep. Now we gotta
And
knock that in.
so it's always good.
You have it all down there, I think.
It's always good to use brass. You don't want spark
Oh yeah.
when you got gas fumes, and of course, you know, this really won't spark on brass either.
That's a good point. Never thought of that.
Make sure it's all good. Yep, starting to go. Oh yeah. Okay, so what we need to do now is get the tank up.
Okay.
We can kind of try to beat it on around, but you can see how the tank's moving a lot.
Yeah.
We've got it locked in enough now. Let's go ahead and get the tank up, and then we can really get to it to lock it in.
Yep. So we'll jack the car up, put the tank back all the way, and finish this up real quick. So there's the final location of where it will fit. After further examination, we're going to have to clock it just a little bit differently. But
The fittings.
yeah, the fittings, no big deal. Is that better? It's not moving on you now?
Mm-mm.
There it goes.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll clock those, and I guess lines will be next, but we're probably not going to start that until later this week.
We've already installed the hat. These are the lines. We've already ran all the lines, of the feed and return lines. They're actually both right there.
might be kind of hard to see. There's actually wiring harnesses already made up. They plug into here. They'll run, we'll get to run them up through underneath the seat to the controller. The factory fuel sending unit is already hooked up. It's going to plug into here. That's why we have them taped actually. You have 2 wires. We just have to connect them. We've already went ahead and kind of cut them right here. We still gotta connect to them. This won't be used anymore. Just the 2 for the fuel gauge. And so this is the wire, the power wire that came in the kit. It's got a, as you can see, it's got a nice connector on it right there. That connector will plug into the other connector going to the controller. And we got a red wire here, 4 gauge, that's going to run all the way to the battery. This black wire, you can see it's already got an end on it. They even supply you with a nut and a bolt. And that will be grounded in the back, in the trunk to the chassis. And we've already pulled the center console. The stereo system was installed professionally. And they basically ran the cables up underneath the center console. We're going to do the same thing. The stereo that's in it, they actually came through the firewall down there with a bulkhead fitting. Very nice. They actually have a circuit breaker right here, which is really cool. We're going to follow that wire of the stereo. We're going to come out of with a bulkhead fitting down there beside it, so we can come up and actually get power on the battery. So just want to kind of give you a little overview of what we got going on with this here so far. And once we, you know, kind of continue on and get this thing completed, we still got to we got to do something different with the vacuum. This is a vacuum block for the Pro Charger that went there. We could probably actually go just bring it right back in that same spot. I thought it was going to be in the way, but it looks like it's going to clear. So we should be able to put that right back in. We do have another fitting right here that we'll probably come out of, or we might just share this one. This one here basically runs, this vacuum line runs over here to this electric pressure switch. This is for the boost gauge in the car, and then this one goes to the blow off valve. But anyway, we got to take, we'll probably just put another fitting in here. We got to run one, and we got to send it over there to the regulator so it has a boost reference. I lifted the car up so we can kind of see, you know, what we got going on here. We got fuel tank. We had to lower the fuel tank down to get the hat in, and also to get these lines up. We did have to remove the factory fuel line. There was just no room to run these as well. This here is actually the purge canister for the vapor. We're gonna leave that there. You know, emissions, it's got to be emissions legal, right? So anyway, these 2 lines are ran up here. It was kind of tight, but they fit pretty good. Had to make sure that we wouldn't go to cut into the lines with this tank, and it fits up there really nice. So, you know, this one's the feed, this one's the return. We basically ran them. The kit actually came with these holders here. Really, I mean, it comes complete. It comes with everything you need. Just runs over here. This thing has frame connectors on it, so that's why everything is tucked up on top of the frame connectors here. But this is the filter. It came with a bracket. Really nice. It's got a check valve here that won't allow the fuel to lose prime, which is really cool. Nice check valve. That just keeps you from having to crank it for a long time to get this thing started. It actually keeps the pressure up. So anyway, continues on. And this is E85 compatible. We can actually replace it too. You can change the filter. Comes with a little set screw. Once you get it all set in place, you put a little set screw there so the filter don't spin around on you. Really nice piece. Basically got it going. We got the return going here. Attached it right there. And both of them are coming through here. We took the inner fender out. We still have to reattach this. That's for the vapor line I showed you back there. But so basically both of them are going right up through here. Couldn't be no easier. We're probably going to end up attaching this. I'm not sure if we even have to, because once we put that fender on, it's going to keep it pretty tight, but we're probably going to attach it anyway. We don't want anything rattling around or anything, so we're going to put a couple of clamps right here, just like we have up underneath, to get them all attached there. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's really a nice kit. Like I say, we'll continue on with this, and we'll show you the finished product once we get it all done.
All right, guys, so I know Dad gave you a little bit of overview on what he did. Here's the finished product. Okay, so I know in the original unboxing video you said that we were going to route it where the fuel line comes up, we split before the rails, go through the rails, connect again, and then go back into fuel pressure regulator. But on this kit, it's actually a different way. So it comes from the feed line, goes into the one rail, goes back through the rail, goes up and over, goes through this rail, back into here, and then into the regulator. So what's the reason for that?
Yeah, so this particular kit, when we were actually unboxing that, I was thinking about the other kit that we had originally for it.
Yeah.
That's the way that kit was designed. The Fore Innovations Kit, this particular one is in series. So they have 4 different configs. They have some that are in series, they have some that are in parallel, which would parallel means you would split into 2 and go through and then come out. But this particular kit is best suited for a centrifugal supercharger or a turbo, right. Is what they say. So yeah, we actually, that was a mistake on our part by when we unboxed it. We were talking about the other kit.
But anyway, we installed it correctly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's no deadhead in this system, which is good. It does go into the regulator afterwards. There's no configuration in which this would deadhead. So it should be good. Yeah. Like you said, it's going to support about 1,200 horsepower to the wheels on E85, which is a lot. It's a lot of volume with E85. The only thing we're waiting on is to get this thing tuned, and then it'll be out the door, and then it'll be coming back in here pretty soon, actually, once we get that engine back from the machine shop. So here's the controller for the fuel system. We just installed it to this board back here that was already installed by a professional sound system company. Yeah. And it has a nice little fit right there. Yeah, it's almost like it was made for that location. That's weird.
Looks pretty good. So,
but that's what that looks like. That's the controller that turns on the second pump whenever the boost reference goes up so high, and all that's tunable.
Yeah, and it also has it has a location for the third pump if you ever wanted to add a third pump. Okay. So the first pump, runs all the time. The second pump is only going to run once it sees 6 pounds of boost. It will turn on. If you had a third pump, it would also turn on with the second pump.
Okay.
So but we don't need the third pump with the amount of power that we're pushing.
All right, so that's going to be it for this video. If you all liked the video and enjoyed the content, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more on this car or some in the future. We're going to have plenty of projects going on. Actually going to start recording on this pretty cool truck right here. Doing an engine rebuild in it. We didn't really know that we were going to be doing an engine rebuild. We thought it was just going to be some bolt-ons, but we found some stuff. So if you want to figure out what that stuff is, hit the subscribe button. We'll have a video coming out on this thing here pretty soon. If you're wondering, I broke my finger. Story for another time. But that's going to be it on this car. It'll be back here pretty soon for the built motor. Probably putting the same supercharger back on it and all that stuff. But if you enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in another video. Thanks.